such an asshole.
We have a good question here, and I think a lot of Canadians will be interested in this because your country fucking sucks. Do you remember Steve Harper? Do you remember? A lot of you are too young to remember Steve Harper because your teachers said, "Oh, he's an evil, evil man. Oh, look, nepotis baby, nepo baby. Oh, he's so pretty." Trudeau says pretty things and free shit. Oh, Canada, land of free shit, no work. I remember Steven. I'm like, damn, you're good. I remember 1-to-1 Canadian US, and fuck it. No, he said pretty things. And now you working people, you want like, oh fuck this. I don't want to be in Canada no more. Hi, Aaron, returning client here. To keep it brief, I'm a Canadian citizen looking for a career in accounting, ideally in the US, as you describe and have spoken about with Chad Elkins on numerous podcasts at the Elkins Accounting Hour. I'm also interested in your course and will most likely be looking into it. For now, I want to finish my degree and get my foot in the door. I have just over 2 years of a business degree accounting specialization in Canada and was actually looking at transferring my credits into Western Governors University accounting degree and getting it completed in a single semester. Yes, they accept Canadian students. Yeah, that's one great thing about Western Governors. It's like if I recall correctly, you pay a flat fee, and you can take as many courses as you want. And you're not the only guy. I've had like 2 or 3 guys now. Like, yeah, I got my accounting degree in 18 months, like a bachelor's degree, accredited and recognized in the United States. Why? Because you're not fucking around with driving and parking and going to physical schools and buying a shit ton of books. You get in, you get out, you get done. Online is the future. Online education is the future. We don't need any of you physical professors anymore. My questions are more so regarding the accounting standards. Because it's a U.S. accounting degree, do you think I'd have issues working here? Or ideally, I'd like to work freelance in the U.S. Those are 2 separate goals. Do you think it would be hard to do as a Canadian? No, I don't. I'll get into that later, but we'll address your first issue here about the reciprocity of a U.S. degree in Canada. Above and beyond that, I guess feel free to answer as you see fit how I can achieve the greatest accounting career ever. And whether or not I should finish up at Western Governors. I also thought about doing a quick master's after either in the US or Canada. All right, so let me go here. What it boils down to is, do you want to get a CPA? That would be the main thing, whether it's in Canada or the United States. Because if you're like, nah, I don't, because you say, I'd like to work in the United States, one of the main benefits of the accounting career is that you don't have to go to school to get a job or career in accounting, especially in the United States. Now, you're going to have to work physically at a place and a location. You might have to come to the United States and work. That might be a hurdle. But just in theory, on paper, you do not need a degree in accounting to get an accounting career. And I'm going to imagine the same would apply in Canada. I don't know. You don't have an enrolled agent. You might have an enrolled agent, similar certification. But because of the nature of accounting, whether it's the United States or Canada, is moving online. It is a service. It is a field that lends itself well to remote employment. So there are and you're kind of going to have to pick a team at first. Like if you're a Canadian but you want to work in the United States, then I would be getting enrolled agent certification. You're Canadian, so there might be some hurdles being a foreigner to get that certification. But that doesn't mean you can't get QuickBooks certified, which I'm sure they use in Canada. The accounting rules and all that are pretty much the exact same. It doesn't mean you can't go and take the courses online through Intuit, which is the QuickBooks company. It doesn't mean you can't come. I bet you H&R Block, they don't be surprised if they're like, yeah, come on down. I'm sure H&R Block or a Canadian equivalent tax prep firm up in Canada has the same thing. You want to get the experience. You want to become a bookkeeper or get into the world of taxes. And just having that experience and a certification that is not a college degree, either in the United States or Canada, depending on where you want to work, would allow for self-employment rather easily. And given a couple years experience in the actual accounting profession and industry, you could strike off on your own and be self-employed and remotely employed. All right. Generally the same because the United States and the United States and Canada are roughly the same. In your particular position, because you already got 2 years into an accounting degree, you might as well finish the accounting degree. And what that will allow you to do is, well, it won't allow you to do it because you need a master's degree in the United States. I'm going to assume it's the same in Canada. But you're going to go the more traditional route, and actually having an accounting degree, I would say, still is a good thing. It will help you find employment either in the United States or Canada. The question is whether your degree would be recognized in Canada. And I'm going to lean towards you getting a degree that would meet Canadian requirements in both in terms of employment and sitting for the Canadian CPA because you're there now. And then you could, if you wanted to, upon getting your degree, whether it's through Western Governors or through a Canadian school, you could then go and get QuickBooks certified, and start freelancing in the United States as a bookkeeper if you wanted. Again, I don't know what the deal. And now Canada might have licensing, and you need to get a permit. And I could see it. I don't know. The United States is a little bit more open. So I would probably, and I do know if you had a Canadian degree, it'd probably be recognized in the United States and vice versa. But I wouldn't even be going that far. Regardless, you're halfway there. You're going to start kicking up, getting real accounting courses. You might as well. It's absolutely not going to hurt you to finish up your degree. The question is whether the Canadian CPA authority is going to recognize it. And I linked to it down below. The CPA provincial, here is it, Canada's Chartered Professional Accountants. And here's the CPA provincial and regional accounting bodies. So it's all the different provinces because you guys don't have states because you think you're special. And what I would do is I would contact the province, the CPA Provincial Accounting Board, which is linked down below, and contact to say, hey, can I sit for the CPA, the Canadian CPA exam if I get a degree from Western Governors University? I would get it in writing, and I would go because people are stupid now in the West. Well, yeah, I guess so. All right, let me talk to someone. See if it's somewhere written in their bylaws. But I would spend a good half a day getting on the phone saying, where is it? No, I need to know because I'm not going, if you say yes and it turns out to be no 2 years later and you've moved on some other place, there's no one held accountable. I would make damn sure that if you go, because I'm all for you going to get a degree at Western Governors University. It's cheaper, faster, probably better. And if you could get your degree in a semester like you're intending, and it's recognized by the CPA boards in your province or in Canada, awesome, great. I'm pretty sure you still need a master's degree to sit for the CPA board or to sit for the Canadian CPA. And they do it differently there. I think it's more of like you got to work. Well, let's pull it up. It's a different Canada. It's a different deal. Education, bachelor's degree from recognized university or its equivalent. Work experience, 30 months relevant supervised accounting language proficiency. CPA Canada professional education program. Another one, yeah, it was like continuing education. There are 2 paths: work-related pre-approved route, experienced route. UCPAs may be, yeah, there is also reciprocity. So if you become a Canadian CPA, there's reciprocity for you becoming an American CPA. So this is good. I was under the impression you need a master's level of education. You don't. You need a bachelor's degree in Canada, and you got to take you got 30 months of work experience. So you're going to need a degree anyway. And the fact that you don't need a master's degree, that lends me like, yeah, get the CPA in Canada. And then you can port out to the United States with a reciprocity. You might have to take some tests coming to the United States, but then your CPA in the United States and Canada, boy, are you golden then. Are you golden? The trick is to make sure that the CPA boards up in Canada, whichever province it is, says, yes, we will recognize Western Governors University as a authentic, and you will be able to sit, and that education will qualify you to sit for the CPA in Canada. That's what I would do. But so you get on the horn first thing tomorrow on Monday. Oh, wait, do you guys work on money in Canada? Or is it like, let's hold our dick and praise socialist pretty boy face with the hair over there? I don't know. Do you guys work in Canada? I don't know. Are places open in Canada? Monday, get on the horn, start making some calls. Find emails, verify. Yes, this is what it is. Okay. And I'll tell you this right now, man. If it's iffy, like they don't know, and Becky, the secretary at New Brunswick, Canada, CPA. But well, yeah, I guess so. I'm like, yeah. You know, she talks like she's from France. So, yeah, I guess so. Okay, like she's a California girl. Not enough. Find out, man. Find out because you don't want to waste your time where you get your degree and like, oh no, it doesn't count. Then you'd have to come to the United States, and you have to get a master's degree. So yeah, I would make damn sure, going to the Canadian provincial authorities, that yes, it is recognized. Yes, you can go to the CPA. This will qualify for the CPA. And then if not, you know what? Okay, so you gotta go to Canada, sit with my thumb up my ass, take 2 years to get a degree in accounting. That's the new national anthem. You got to do that, which doesn't mean you sit on your ass. You still go the speed you want. You might as well get certified in QuickBooks in that time. You might as well start looking at certain Canadian certifications. I'd look at the U.S. enrolled agent program. That's something I'd look. Does Canada have something similar? Are there other industry certifications you could take while you're stuck in there, the Canadian education system, and you're in advanced accounting? So step one, we really hate white people. Oh my God, DEI and inclusion. And then like out of an 8-week program, the last 3 days is maybe something to do with accounting because Canadians, you hate yourselves even more than Americans do. Oh, Canada. So there you go. I have it linked down below, the provincial regional accounting boards for Canada. Also, since you want to get into the United States, I would recommend, not just because it's going to make me more money, but I would recommend taking that course, The World's Greatest Accounting Career, because in there's all this other stuff you can do to outside of a college degree in a traditional accounting career. There's all these things you can do, QuickBooks certification, software. It I would even inquire with H&R Block, like, hey, do you need help? I'm Canadian, but do you need I would look, I don't know where you live in Canada, but go across, like, hey, you need help during tax season? Like, yeah, all right, pay me. They might. I mean, really, they might be open to it. Uh there's all this other stuff you can do in addition to your college education that will lay the groundwork for you to go and freelance in the United States. And when I say freelance in the United States, I just mean you derive your income there. In other words, look, you're going to be Canadian, right? So you could get income from both countries. But the fuck if you got to live in either country, you can go park your ass down in Bermuda. You go sit in Mexico. You could fly to Thailand. You could go where the skinny girls are. I guess there's countries where there's skinny women. Did you know this? Did you know this? That there are countries where the women are thin? Have you heard? And you go sit on a beach and you derive all your income from US dollars and the 70% as valuable Canadian dollars because you guys got rid of Stephen Harper. Oh, Canada. Let's fuck up our currency. Yeah. And or you could be in Phoenix. I don't know. Wherever you want to do to avoid the snow. And then you're remote, man. You're remote. In your particular case, though, I would say absolutely go get the Canadian CPA. It's a little bit longer of a journey, but then you go get your reciprocity testing for the American CPA. Now you can do taxes, you can do bookkeeping, you could do audit, all on your own. Run a tax. You could become the Canadian Elkins. You could become the Canadian Chad. Although Chad is awfully polite. You'd have to be like super. A Canadian Chad would be really super polite. Really super polite. Anyway, so that course, which is offered through Teachable, the world's greatest accounting career. I have that also linked below. If you can't find it, just search the world's greatest accounting career, Teachable, and you'll find it. Do we have any super chats? We got one. Double Dodge Who Dang Diggly pickup truck with your truck nuts. $2. What do I do if my sister says she's free? Trey, is this fucking you? I don't know. You just say it's not yours. Unless you're in Wyoming, it's just going to assume to be yours. If you're in Wyoming, you just go collect welfare and you live in the same trailers. Nothing really changes. I think you just qualify for more government aid according to the Wyoming way. The Wyoming way. And Ken says hi for $1. Thank you, Ken. All right, there you go. Link below the CPA requirements in Canada. Hit them up. And then the world's greatest accounting career. And for all you people who are, Canadians who want to become accountants, dude, a couple things you got to do, and you're fucking free of that shitty ass country where you preppy little Nepo baby boy. You're like, oh my God, he has the same last name. Why is everything going to shit? You can get the fuck out of there. See you guys later. Toodles.